From This American Life and WBEZ Atlanta, it's Serial, one story told week by week, and this episode 13 is a special week. In this episode, we are going to reveal the truth about Hae Min Lee. I'm Cole Haley, and I'm here today to give you all the information you need. This may come to shock many fans. However, Adnan is the killer. Throughout the story, there were multiple crucial pieces of evidence that made me raise my suspicions upon Adnan. Today, I'm going to discuss my final viewpoint on the case, including what actually happened on January 13th, 1999. To start, the evidence of Adnan and Jay being together in Lincoln Park the day of the murder is there. Jen, a friend of Jay, can confirm that the 709 and 716 calls found in Adnan's cell records were pinged to a tower near Lincoln Park, and that they were made by herself to Adnan's cell phone. We see this in the text as it states, "I don't think that the amount of luck you would have to make up a story like that, then have the cell records collaborate to the key points, I just don't think that's possible." This gives me the baseline to my statement. Another piece of evidence against Adnan is Josh's testimony. Before explaining, I'd like to make it known that Josh has very little reason to lie. In the text, Josh even states, "I'm sorry I'm throwing this so late into the game here, but I didn't even know that this existed until Friday." This shows that Josh is never thinking about this, and only found out about Serial once he was messaged directly. Josh was one of Jay's co-workers, and claimed that during Hae's investigation, Jay was terrified of the person connected to the murder. We see this in the text as Josh states, he was scared. Terrified. Josh claimed that Jay would do things such as beg him to come into the store. In an interview, Koenig asked Josh who Jay was scared of, and Josh implied that it was Adnan. Josh's testimony is evidence from outside Adnan's or Jay's friend groups that Jay was scared and brought up the murder relating to Adnan. Jay also testified that he only assisted in the crime because he was afraid of Adnan reporting him to the police. Although Jay assisting Adnan in burying the body and driving is a punishable crime, I believe that this is a logical reason. On top of that evidence, Jay also claimed that he knew where Hae's car was located, and police were able to find her car in the location that he provided for them. This evidence strongly suggests that Jay is telling the truth. Although it also looks bad for Jay, it makes it known that he is a credible source and was somewhat involved in the murder of Hae Min Lee. This final piece of evidence looks detrimental to Adnan's defense. During the 3:32 p.m. time window where Jay claims Hae was murdered and buried by Adnan, Adnan claims he was at track practice. Despite Adnan's alibi sounding reasonable, it's not. Nisha, a friend of Adnan, was found in Adnan's cell record at the time, and she claims that both Jay and Adnan talked to her over the phone. We can notice how bad this looks for Adnan in the text, as Sarah Koenig says, but now we come to the big one, the one no one can shrug off. This puts Jay and Adnan together at the time where Adnan claimed to be at track practice. Most ask this question, what happens next? Well, as expected, Adnan stays in jail. Do you believe it's unfair that Jay didn't serve time as well? Personally, I believe that Jay should have at least warned the others about Adnan's plan before, instead of being a coward to Adnan's threats. I also believe that he should have served time for helping Adnan bury Hae. However, the Maryland judicial system would disagree with me. Technically, he did help the police determine who the primary criminal was. Furthermore, no matter how confident I may sound, Adnan killing Hae is only a theory supported by facts. Thank you for listening.